Good Tuesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is already 6:30. Can y'all believe it? Yesterday was a fast one. Boy, I've got a bad case of the yawns this morning. I'm not going to do it because it's the most highly contagious disease there is in the world. Another cup of coffee and we should be ready. Don't forget, local headlines coming up at 7 a.m. Odie will join me. This week we'll have a special guest come Friday. Greg will be here along with the sheriff. He'll be returning. Don't miss out on this. This all shows up Friday there. Anthony will be back in town from the Clark County Sheriff's Department. Y'all like him. You'll have fun with us. As Julia is, in Milwaukee. I spoke with her this morning. She's been busy as she's keeping track of what's going on at the Republican National Convention. A lot of excitement there. J.D. Vance has been named. We'll talk about that in a minute. Also, what's going on there. A lot going on there. We've got your forecast on the way. 74 right now, high of 98 today. 107 on that heat index side. As busy as it's been, I may not have changed the devotional this morning, so it may take me just a second to put the right one in. We'll do that in just a moment as we get that. Make sure to get your birthdays, your anniversaries. We're going to give away that mug this morning right at 8 o'clock. So if you got yours in the drawing for that, we'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments there. Morning, Mark, Charlotte. Oh, I see Patricia is up, and also Sandy. Richard is up as well. We'll get all this going in just a moment as we start your day.
You know, wouldn't it be great if you could make a lot of money really fast? I mean,
Have you ever had to wait for something for a very long time? Over the last several months, my brother's been visiting his doctors, and they found something about his heart that concerned them. It called for them to do a series of tests and all kinds of monitoring that took several weeks. The doctors told him that it was probably not anything severe, but if it was and it went without attention, it could turn out to be bad. I could tell it bothered him because he would text me and my brothers and sisters and tell us about it, and we were able to encourage him and to pray him through his waiting. A couple of weeks ago, he informed us that his doctors were satisfied that nothing bad was wrong and he could go on without much concern. His waiting ended with good news. Proverbs 13:12 says, "Hope deferred makes a heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life." Anticipating things can be very difficult. We aren't always patient, and we can literally worry ourselves to the point of being sick. Can you imagine what it was like for those Jews in the Old Testament who loved God and were waiting for the promised Messiah? They longed for the Messiah to come and to establish an earthly kingdom. And when that time had come, that longing became a reality in the person of Jesus Christ. Jesus brought with him the promise of salvation and new life. God uses time to do a lot of good things. In our waiting, we can have hope. Our greatest hope now is in the return of Jesus Christ to take those who have trusted in him to an eternal home that he's been preparing. Put your hope in Christ and eagerly wait for his glorious return. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. As I mentioned Julie a minute ago, I asked her what the one takeaway so far is from the Republican National Convention. It was pretty simple. Security, security, and more security. I bet it is thick there. We'll give updates on everything that is going on there. Let's see, J.D. Vance, are y'all familiar with this guy? He has been chosen as a VP. We broke that story late yesterday afternoon. He's from Ohio. I didn't know the guy wrote a book, and they turned the book into like a movie. He apparently comes from a very, very humble beginning. Mother had issues, and he's overcame all of that, went on to become an attorney, and then on as a senator from Ohio. A story. A lot of Americans identify with him. Well-spoken. I haven't watched Fox News in 4 years. Last night I flipped over just to hear what he had to say, and boy, he seems like a straightforward type person. Level-headed, speaks very well. We'll see what becomes of that. We'll get more into that coming up at 7 this morning. I don't know how, I do know how I feel about this. I almost said I don't know how, but I do. As we often see this, how they're trying to push electric cars on us, and well, they don't always work the way they should, do they? The self-driving, the electric, it doesn't work out. They're inventing an airplane that they say could let's use the word could fly 500 miles. Not on your life will I ever set foot in a battery-charged airplane. I like to know how much fuel and how far it will go. No thank you, and bless y'all.
Imagine how much that thing weighs.
Yeah, but it does weigh a lot. No, sir. It's not for me. We're not there yet. Is one day all of this going to be probably a go? One day, but we're not there yet. And I ain't getting on no plane that ain't been tested because they hadn't figured the car out yet. My Duracell doesn't go long enough as it is, much less that. Oh, let's see here. New York City getting sued again for banning transgender girls and women from tennis teams that match the gender identity. Where have we gone to in this world? More and more of that every day. Boy, this is good. 4 days, Maine. A 75-year-old that was missing has been found alive. Wouldn't it good to have a good story? He was found in a bog. Bog would be kind of like a swampy area, I think, compared to the deep south. I guess they call it bogs up there. But congratulations. That's good news to have someone found safe. We're glad that turned out. This didn't turn out quite so well. Yesterday, I'm sure that you heard of this father-daughter team went hiking. They were missing in Wisconsin. That's where they were from, Wisconsin. They died in the Canyonlands National Park, Utah. Lack of water is what happened. That's just so sad that something like that can happen there. What else? Let's see. California, what's going on there? Newsom. He's not a name yet on the national level other than a governor of California, but whether it's in, 28, or if it's going to be in 32, you're going to see that name probably running for president. He signed a law banning where it forced schools to tell parents when children switch pronouns. And you know what I mean by that. They no longer have to tell a parent. He signed it into law. That is what's coming to a voter registration booth near you one day. Maybe you're into that. Maybe you're not. I can't say that I am. If you don't agree with me, then, well, so be it. But we got to get family back into these things. Let's see what else is stirring this morning. Elon Musk, have y'all heard of this? This is huge. Oh, do you got $45 million a month for the next 4 months?
Oh, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, that's what Elon is going to be given to a PAC to help reelect Donald. He's putting his money where his mouth is, isn't he? That's probably nothing in comparison to the Soros-funded groups. It's minor pennies upon the dollar. Elon, that's probably not much money. It sounds big, but to the common guy, that'd probably be like giving away $1,000 out of your budget.
Yeah.
Trying to put it tit for tat to make it where it's understandable there. Richard Simmons. Did y'all know that he fell the day before he died? He refused to go to the doctor, and the autopsy comes back. It was natural causes of what he died of. We hate that. He was so well known. He was likable. Now, he's not somebody I'd have went deer hunting with by any means, but I respect him for what he done. He worked his way to the top by sweating to the oldies. Hated to even say the word there because it's been so overused, but sweating to the oldies. Richard Simmons passed away of natural causes, if you haven't heard at this point. We've got your forecast and so much more. We'll talk about everything that's gone on overnight during these hours here as we reflect upon yesterday and what comes today. Local headlines coming your way at 7 o'clock. We'll get into the forecast next. Don't dare go anywhere. You'll enjoy it. We've got a lot more to talk about.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Those record highs, record lows. Remember 2000? Well, it set a record yesterday. It did it again today. It was a record high of 106 some 24 years ago today. Back in 67, the record low was 58 on this day. As we move forward to take a look at what we've got today, hot. 97 to 98 is going to be the temperature. Rain chances after 2 o'clock, as you'll see there on the forecast map, is what we're expecting after 2 o'clock there. 40% chance, though. Not as much as we had yesterday. As we'll look at the rest of the state from 97 there, and it'll stay steady all the way down the river. Natchez, those areas, and Laurel should see around 95, even 96 in the Hattiesburg area. As we go to Bamaland, we should see anywhere from 97 to 96 there in Birmingham, Alabama, and we should see right at 97 showing up there in Livingston, Alabama today. As we look at what's this, oh, gosh, boy, it's hot. 110 is what we're expected for the absolute peak of this heat stress. 107 is what the National Weather Service is telling us. Now, again, this is what you have to watch. From 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. is the times that you need to stay indoors near an air conditioner or an ice plant. Maybe go do the Al Bundy thing and hang out on the produce aisle, the freezer section. My 107, 98 today, that heat index 107 is what is expected. And we do have a heat advisory in effect today. It's bad. It's just hot. We do see that this is showing up to be a little bit cooler, and I think they're telling a fib as we look at the 7-day forecast. Oh, look, it's the 80 that sparked that little blue thing. We see that temperature 96 to 98 today, more or less the same tomorrow, but look at the chances of rain increasing. 60% chance on Wednesday, up to a 90% and 80% on Thursday and Friday. The temperatures dive a little bit on Friday down to 85 for that high. And then over the weekend, it's going to get wet. 70 and 70 is what we see all the way through next Monday. Rain chances are high. Will there be periods of sunshine? Probably, but it's going to be wet in the end. As we look at Tuesday, beginning there, the 23rd, still a 60% chance of showers there. And we're going to have shower chances all the way through July the 30th. Why? Well, it's red dirt and a thing called the Neshoba County Fair. It always rains, doesn't it? You can't go there without it. It just kind of makes it part of it. Buy you some new white shoes, head to the Neshoba County Fair. You'll never use them for anything else again, will you? We all know that. It comes with the territory. What happens with the fishing? Today, the perfect time is going to be somewhere around 8:30. Oh, let's call it a quarter to 9, and should be good to almost 11 today. It'll be after dark before another huge chance comes, but slight chance of minor good fishing around 4:30 this afternoon. Wind's going to be becoming southwest around 5 is what to expect there. That's our outlook on the fishing. Now, what's going on as we talk about tropics? Absolutely nothing. For the next 7 days, there's nothing scheduled, no tropics whatsoever. That's what we're proud of. We're glad of that. Let's look at the map. Let's pull this up and take a look at radar. Here we are, as we'll show that we're going anywhere from 73 to 74 meridian. The entire state of Mississippi is under a heat advisory. Northwestern Mississippi under an excessive heat warning. Boy, that's up around Tunica. Those areas there, northwest, goes into Jonesboro and those areas. As we'll see, we got fog around Chattanooga and up to the Carolinas this morning. Some slight showers there northeast of Birmingham. Look at that. Around Morris, Warrior, Alabama. We even got them at Coleman, Alabama. Hank Jr. used to hang around Coleman a lot there, but showers there this morning. Nothing bad as we back out to look at this. We show a little bit of fog there showing in down in Georgia and some thunderstorms off into the Gulf of Mexico. So that's our forecast for the morning as we begin this today. No matter where you are, be careful. We want you to get there in one piece and be happy about it. We've got complete details of everything that's happening locally on the way at 7 this morning. Don't be a stranger. Hang around for that. Come back and join us. You got time to make a cup of coffee. Janice, how are you? Miss Barbara Kelly is watching as well. See you, Miss Jean Elmer. So many of you. Thank y'all. Again, we'll be back in roughly 8 minutes. We'll go live with the morning show to tell you all the details of what's going on here. What happened in our back door, your neck of the woods. Y'all be careful on Highway 15. There's been a dude with a suitcase. We'll tell you more about that as he makes his way. We'll give you the details on it. Just if you're traveling 15 south of Newton, be careful. Watch for somebody. We'll be back as we start the morning show. Scotty Ray and Odie on the way.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.